There's a very small percentage of designers in the industry who actually strike out and create something that's never been created before. Very small. And those people are often the leaders of the jewelry industry. A jewelry designer that's a skill set unto itself. So generally in the industry you'll have a designer, and you'll have a goldsmith, and you'll have a diamond setter. A goldsmith's advantage to designing a piece of jewelry is that when they do it, they understand the materials, the metals, the gems, and how it works. A diamond setter's advantage to designing a piece of jewelry is they're very precision-oriented people. They know what the gems do, how they behave, their hardnesses, how they can be set, how they cannot be set, and all these different innovative ways to set it. Now imagine if you're a designer and you're the kind who's innovative and inventive, but you've also mastered goldsmithing and diamond setting. It's a huge advantage. Mark and Brenda, they're great. I love Mark and Brenda.
I like to think of Zoltan David as the royalty of jewelry designers.
Brenda is such a big fan. I keep trying to get her to come and work in the studio as a salesperson because she just sell everything we have.
He's an artiste first and a jeweler second.
They have, I'm not sure how many pieces of our work.
I have 8 to date.
But I think they already have maybe 7, 8.
But I'm working really hard on a 9th this evening.
There goes my next vacation.
Usually you can, if you want a custom piece made, you'll look at the different options that are out there through magazines or however. You'll pick one that you like and you go to your local jewelry store and you go, make this, and you go, not a problem. That doesn't happen.
Really, I don't look at Zoltan as a jeweler. This is not really a jewelry store. This is more a gallery.
If you try to show me a picture, I won't look at it. If you want to have a conversation with me, I'm welcome to that. Let's do that. But don't show me a picture, because all that does is invite me to duplicate what someone else has done, which I don't do.
It's a great experience to be able to sit down with the proprietor, the artist himself, and have them take you through what the jewelry is about versus having somebody that works in a jewelry store give you the company line.
So then we get involved and we'll have a conversation, and I'll be looking at their skin tone, their finger, their jawline, all these different things, and listening carefully to what they say.
He's a great listener as to what your style is, what you were thinking of, where your vision is for the piece to go. He spends an inordinate amount of time with you.
And when I'm doing the design, I'm using that information that they've given me along with the accumulated knowledge that I have about what a good design is. So I direct that towards them as an individual, and I use them as my inspiration for that particular piece.
And the craftsmanship and the quality of the products that he uses, he's very, 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 his standards are impeccable. He doesn't just use any gemstone. And the workmanship that he does is like something, again, that I think should be hung on a wall.
Then inevitably they go, wow, what a great piece, this is perfect, I love it. And that's the way it should be.
His work is unbelievable. It's like masterpieces, and each one is individual.
What it is that in order to get the best from an artist, you need to set them free to follow their own way.
We've had jewelry made for Brenda where, you know, I've been in his design room that he has in his gallery where, you know, we've actually designed pieces. And, you know, he's able to really adjust and change in or out whatever you'd like.
Designing the turquoise collection for Brenda did happen in stages.
I really wasn't a turquoise lover because I had never seen turquoise that color.
You know, Brenda is blonde, blue-eyed. Turquoise looks great on a blonde, blue-eyed woman.
You know, I thought I knew a little bit about gemstones, or quite a bit actually, and I thought the best turquoise I could ever acquire would be Sleeping Beauty out of Tucson, Arizona. Not so.
The turquoise that we use is called Persian turquoise. It comes from the Middle East area, and we use that turquoise because it is a very consistent, saturated, high-quality turquoise.
It's beautiful. It doesn't even look like turquoise. To anyone who thinks that they know turquoise, it doesn't look like turquoise. It's like a robin egg blue. It's gorgeous.
It's the best of the turquoises in the world.
And I think at that time it was there was a necklace and the earrings to it.
She put them on, she fell in love with them, and that was the beginning of the set.
You know, she's kind of a set gal. You know, could we make a ring?
It was made out of palladium, white precious metal with dark blue sapphires and diamonds around it, and beautiful, very, very high quality turquoise in the center.
So we came back in again and met in the design center and said, all right, if we wanted to get an accompanying piece, you know, what could it look like?
Second accompanying piece.
You know, what would it look like? What would the stones look like? You know, what size stone would you use? And we went through the same process that we did with the ring and came up with the most exquisite bracelet that I've ever seen in my life. It was, he's never made it before, and it was totally original and just a phenomenal piece. And I love when Brenda wears that whole set, and of course Brenda was thrilled to get it.
I was.
But it's just a beautiful set.
It's gorgeous.
It's absolutely beautiful. He creates things that nobody else has. You know, he has his own vision and, you know, his own thoughts on what should come next. You know, whether it's the you know, Night Dreams collection or, you know, the various pieces that he has in his showcase. Everything's just so unique and different. They're one of a kind, and you won't find them anywhere.
Brenda's reversible bracelet is a concept that it's not the first one I've made, but it's the first one like hers.
It's what drew me into Zoltan David initially, and the fact that it is two bracelets in one, and no one has ever seen anything like it in the world. I mean, everyone I show this to can't believe it.
The idea is if you construct the bracelet properly, you can actually make it reversible, so the bracelet can have two personalities.
The workmanship in this bracelet, for one, is just like something I'd never seen. And you turned it over and it was a completely different bracelet.
One is a little more subtle than the other one. One is a little more formal, one's a little more casual. So now you have two different bracelets.
When he's designing a piece, or even a piece that may be existing, or if he's designing a piece, he'll actually walk you through, you know, the different metals that are going to be used, why he uses those, why they, you know, how they fuse together, what makes a really strong clasp.
But the idea of reversible designs is always a good idea. I've done it in several ways, several times with pendants and bracelets and things like that. Also with earrings with interchangeable elements on them, so that you get a lot more use out of your piece of jewelry.
And I went crazy, and I said, you know, I just can't have one piece.
We need the set, so now you see that it's, you know, proudly displayed on Brenda's wrist, arm, neck, and ears.
I love it.
And we love it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
So instead of one piece of jewelry doing one thing, you can have a piece of jewelry that does two things, or sometimes, if designed properly, multiple things. There's been a lot of awards over the years, significant awards that have helped my career a lot, that have given me notoriety that always helps any artist. They're all great, they're all unique and prestigious, and I'm very proud of every one of them. There's a few that were almost milestone in nature. And the first of those was actually a dual award that I won in 1994 at the New York International Jewelry Show, which was my first foray into the international jewelry market. And at that show I won the New Designer of the Year award and also the New Design Talent Competition award. And I did this collection called the Nodus Collection. The Nodus Collection looks like almost, if you could imagine, something breaking out of an egg. It's based upon birth and rebirth and that sort of thing. And showed it and won these two awards, which were great for launching me in the new arena that was in, but was also great for the fact that nobody had ever won both awards. Well, another one that is significant is the award that was given by the Tanzanite foundation. The piece that I went with was called the Flower Fly, and it's a beautiful piece with wings and petals, and it's just opening up and it's blossoming, and everybody who sees it, just their eyes get big and they go, wow, beautiful. An important piece that has traveled around the world to different museums and international shows, that sort of thing. It's a very involved piece. It took about 80 hours to design and about 300 hours to make, so it's a very fine piece of jewelry and I'm real proud of it.
I think if I was to put a word to it, I would say unparalleled. There's
Completely.
nothing, there's just nothing like it out there, and there's just nothing like what Zoltan has anywhere else.
Or
I mean,
does.
it's so unique, it's so different. The workmanship that's behind it, it's a wow piece. His pieces are wow pieces.
Every single piece. He's an artist first and a jeweler second. And when he puts his creativity and his expertise into making a piece, and then the integrity and the quality of workmanship and the quality of products that he uses in his pieces, it's just unsurpassed.